Hello, Sorry Cap from Thailand. How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome back to me. Welcome back to True Blue Thai. Welcome back to Thailand. And welcome back to the Mr. Chicken Crow, cockerel, as they call it. Yeah. For instance, yeah. Welcome back to me. Hope you're doing well. Sorry. Welcome back to a Thai life. Right. Okay. It's True Blue Thai here, Thailand. It's game day. Game day 0045 for me, what's it called, which is Sunday morning. That's the one time the game kicks off. I think it's 17:45 UK time. It's at the Etihad Stadium. It's the fifth round of the FA Cup. A cup which I, for instance, I've always had fond meetings of. I think last time I was there was the Watford game where we won 6-0. For instance, that was lovely. I had a lovely weekend. Yeah, so for instance, we're looking forward to this one, and Man City will not do a Liverpool and lose. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You never know, though. For instance, this is you can't go in the game, etc. with a what's it called? For instance, understrength or under. For instance, underestimating the team. For instance, I said yesterday, for instance, in my video yesterday, Bradford Arsenal went to Bradford. What's the goal? Just it's only Bradford. We'll win easy. So, and happens so many times. Man City, Wigan. Yeah, that was the worst time. I've seen the City lose against United, and believe me, that's bad enough. But when you lose against Wigan at the FA Cup, oh my God, it was awful. Awful day, awful coach driver. Coming back, took forever a day to get back. Oh, awful. Terrible roads in the UK. M1 was down to 2 lanes. Oh, terrible. That was the very last time I took a coach journey, for instance, down to Wembley. Never again. Anyway, so for instance, so I'm really looking forward to the game. With saying that of the what's it called? The tale of the. I was saying that, so you put me off a bit. Do apologize. Shut up. Sorry, I do apologize. I should be used to it now. I hear it about 3 or 4 times a day. 6 o'clock in the morning. We're up at 6 anyway. So, it's the tale of the 2 boats, the 2 ships, the 2 badges, club crest, etc. with the badge. Got mine here, Man City, and here's the Man City ship. So it appears that they're theirs. I've done a bit of research now because I had looked last time in yesterday's video. I talked about not doing any research. I've not understanding about Plymouth Argyle at all, about the Plymouth Rock. I remember what was it called? For instance, Leonardo DiCaprio. For instance, what was it? The Stratton Oakmar. Laid on Plymouth Rock. Yeah, Plymouth. It appears that was all their badge, the green badge, which comes on a crest, similar to City's old badge. For instance, was the Mayflower in 1602. Was it 1602 or 1620? So so that's the history of that one. See, I did do my research for it. So interesting. I found out why they're playing green. For instance, and also for instance, why they got the name Argyle, as well, but it's going to be an interesting game. I watched the highlights of the Liverpool game of why they beat Liverpool because I've just texted my friend just about he's a Liverpool fan. And I was thinking, why did he get beat? But I think it was like people say, he handballed it. Well, there's more to it than that. Well, I looked at and I listened to ESPN's commentary and Stevie Nicol because they were talking about the quadruple at the time, weren't they? And it appears that, for instance, they made 10 changes. A lot of KAs that came on, a lot of players that were playing back to fitness. You see players playing not to. They had a game on Wednesday against Everton, and they kind of prioritised that game over this one, etc. I thought like most teams, they would basically, for instance, win against a lower league team, a team, for instance, at the bottom of the league at the time, etc. I think they're third from bottom now, Plymouth. They're what's it called? I think they're on 30 points, and they're so 3 points from safety, really. So I think they've lasted 16 defeats this season. So yeah, so they've not been playing well. But again, they are a team. For instance, they're going to bring 8,000 fans to the Etihad. Hopefully, they'll stick in their end and not end up in the Etihad stadium, Man City end. It's going to be a full stadium, full packed out. What's it called? So hopefully, it should be a good noise, good vibration. FA Cups always are really. What's it called? City are very smart with the ticketing prices, you know, and yeah. But it's a family atmosphere and it's really, really good. So yeah, it's normally I really normally enjoy the FA Cup. I've seen the original FA Cup, had it in my hand, had the main FA Cup in my hand. For instance, I remember I think when we won it first time, etc. It got booted around the Wembley dressing room, and it kind of the lid didn't fit in properly. I don't know what they were drunk and they were drinking out of it, and it got kicked and the lid didn't fit properly or something. But yeah. So yeah, so the original FA Cup. There was then a trophy tour of the original FA Cup, and then and it came to the Etihad, and I went round to have a look. So anyway, so that's for the past. So yeah, it does have a meaning for me. What's it called? People say though it's not important anymore. To me, for instance, we win the FA Cup, get top four, win the Charity Shield, and win the Club World Cup. And the team into transition, that is not a bad season compared to what the likes of United and Arsenal are going to do this season, which is win bugger all. We know that. Yeah, so for instance, but let's crack on with the what's it called? For instance, what's Pep's been saying in his press conferences. He's been, I think he's been talking about Ilkhan Gundogan, for instance, is maybe getting to his ex contract. Oscar Bob extend his contract. I hope he stays for another season. Again, I think you can't just get a lot of players in and get rid of a lot of players out. You need that bland because they've won it before, and if you even bring him off the bench, I think Gundogan coming off the bench, like he knew he was supposed to be so, he never expected to play so many games, would be better for him next season if you have like Rodri, and I've just seen Rodri in like training as well, which is good. And we have Rodri and Nico Gonzalez, and then he would come on with Kovacic, etc. Just to show things up, or and add a bit of dimension, etc. Give Rodri a rest for 5 minutes or so. And that kind of having a big enough squad. So I hope he does stay for one more season. I think I want him to go out like he did when he left, as a captain with the greatest respect. And I think he's got far too much crap. He's not. Yes, he's older, he's slower, but he was never fast in the beginning. It was always, for instance, he needs to play with the likes of Rodri. He's playing better now because he's got like Nico and Gonzalez next to him rather than Kovacic, so yeah. Anyway, so Oscar Bob, for instance, was asked, I saw him in the gym. I think he's doing training. I would love to see him on the bench. If he can get a few minutes, that would be wonderful. Claudio Vecchieri, what's it called? Welcome to Manchester, Claudio. I saw the highlights on Inside City of him, so he looks pretty sharp. And I saw a video of a guy not related to Man City saying how great this guy is. So yeah, really looking forward to him. I think it might be a bit too early to get to see him, but you never know. He's a young man, only turned 18. Is it 18, 19 years old? Khusanov, I think it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. I think you're 21 years old. Happy birthday, sir. You're playing an absolute ball. I want to see you playing today, or say tomorrow morning for me. But yeah, so and put those haters to bed. Anything else? Kevin De Bruyne, for instance, I want to see Kevin play today. I've actually put him down as our first goal scorer today because I believe he'll cook today. I think he wants to go out on a high as well, for instance, because I think a lot of these players will do so. For instance, any other chat? Injury news. I think we just got Rodri, Stones, and Akanji on the injury list. Not too bad, really, compared to how we have been. So for instance, Jack Grealish, I still believe it. I think he's got knocks and niddles, etc., which has really hampered his season, and just so disappointed for him. And I hope to see him. He's in my starting lineup as well. I'm going to give you my starting lineup while we here are. For instance. So I got Ortega in the what's it called in the net. For instance, how are they going to play? I'm not sure. Take it in unit. For instance, I will have I Khusanov and Victor Hayes. I want to see Victor Hayes start again. Was and Nunes was right back. For instance, I would like to see, for instance, either it was just a strange one. Lewis, from the left back. I don't know if he's ever played left back before. Knowing Pep, he'll actually put in a few older heads in, but I'll just go for that. In the middle, I want to see Jack Grealish left, Kevin Boy in the centre with Kovacic, and Bernardo Silva on the right. Again, it's just older heads and playing, and fun, independent. Up front, I want to see Messi and Mamouche, and we'll see about that. But I think we need to get this seriously, and we need the blend of experience. But I would like to again. We'll see what happens. In the game, they're going to be a hard side. League One side is going to be so. We really, we've got to be players. We've got to hit them hard. If we can get a goal early, which I feel like we will, I don't think it will be as right there with Liverpool. I think we're going to go in there all go play. We need it. We want to get through, and I think we'll really take it seriously. And I think we'll rest Haaland definitely 100%. Kovacic will of course enough. Claudio will get a rest as well. But I can see him playing a lot more. What's going to have a lot of senior players on the bench, etc. For instance, yeah. But we'll see how we get on. I'm going for a 4-0 win for Manchester City, but we'll see how it works out. Okay, for our opponents, they haven't been. I think last time it's only second time we've played Plymouth Argyle. I think the first time was in Main Road, and first time it was at Main Road. It was a fifth round tie. At the it was called at Main Road, and we in 87, 88, and we won 3-1. So there you go. That's an option for you. Pop. Oh, okay. So in the FA Cup, we've actually, we have played in the FA Cup before, and then we won. Have all of their last meetings with Man City, played them 5 times, we won 5 times in all competitions. But the best match between the February '89 in the second tier, it was 0-2. So yeah, so. But I said I'm confident. I'm confident about the game, how they're going to play. They're like, for instance, their form guy drew against Cardiff 1-1. They drew against Luton 1-1. They lost against Burton Rovers 2-0 ever since they lost to Liverpool. So they beat Liverpool, and then they beat Millwall 5-1. So went on to beat Millwall 5-1, and then came back crashing down to earth really. So. And Cardiff got beat against Aston Villa yesterday, so they got knocked out by 2-0 against Aston Villa. So, for instance, our City's had 3 defeats as well in the last 5 games. So, but we're going to take it seriously. 17:45 kickoff for UK time. March the 1st. Yeah, 1st of 3rd month. My God, where's these years go? What happened to these years? These days just fly by. It just absolutely drives me crazy. So for instance, so I was looking at Plymouth, their about their history and everything, which was quite interesting. Why they call Plymouth Argyle and kind of Argyle. I think you would think it was the Scotland connection, and even though their main man who scored the goal against Liverpool is a Scottish man himself. He's Irish. I'm an Irish person myself. He's what was his name again? Ryan Hardy. Yeah. So it's be interesting. It's be bum bum bum. Let's about Plymouth. They were formed. They were called the Pilgrims. Okay, they're playing green in 1986, 139 ago. Play at home park. Capacity of 19,500. Simon Hartley is their the owner, and Mirror Mustache really admire Godley said a lovely bottle of wine after the game. Yeah, so the 21st, 24th. I think they were called the Janners as well, nicknamed the Janners. Yeah, but everything. The original was founded in Argyle, 1986, Southern Western League. So yeah, they were interesting. It's interesting to have a look at some of these teams, etc. For instance, their history and what as football teams. So yeah, I was like looking at the history of football. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All this information. There we go. That's all it. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, where's that? I had it all written down. Uh, mm. Yeah, it was one explanation. The club was reason why they called Plymouth Argyle was named after Argyle on Sutherland Highlanders, an army regiment who strong in football. Yeah. Okay, it was more like the story. The team was named after a local street and terrace as of their first meeting in the Plymouth Argyle and held in the Argyle territories. Yeah. But yeah, they call it Janners as a nickname. But yeah. But we can't go in with any kind of attitude, and I think we need to really be focused on the game, to which I think we will. Am I agreeing? No. But yeah, so but I say I predicted a 4-0 win, and I think we will again hopefully we'll see how Victor Rice and how he plays today. Reese Rice, however he plays, see him, and love to see or Oscar Barbell. And but I also want to see Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden for instance to come on and show what professional they really are. Anyway, so Olivia and Libya from Thailand. It's I've got to run up now to the supermarket. It's 28 degrees. So yeah, so I go for a run for a jog up to the supermarket. So we can get some alcohol for the food for the day. Yeah, some rice whiskey, and yeah, I will catch you tomorrow for hopefully a Manchester City win and a review of the game. Yeah, so that's what I got from Thailand. True Blue Thai from Thailand. If you have any questions, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think. If you have any questions about coming to Thailand, what it's like to live in Thailand, where so, for instance, all the welcome. So, Cat from Thailand. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Ciao.